Stop scrolling. While your roommates are wasting 8 hours sleeping, some students are making $400+ per week from their beds. I'm not talking about some get-rich-quick nonsense or selling your plasma for bare money. Here is the shocking truth. Their companies pay $46 per hour for work you can do in your pajamas between midnight and 6 a.m. And they are so desperate for overnight workers. They hire you if you have never had a real job. My bold claim, by the end of this video, you'll have 3 legitimate overnight side hustle that can replace your part-time job income. Side hustle number 3 paid one psychology student $320 in a single week while she was supposedly studying. Here is what nobody tells you about being a student. The traditional advice is broken. Focus on your studies, work part-time at minimum wage, eat ramen, and pay your degrees pays off. That is garbage advice from people who went to college when it costs $500 per semester. The reality: you're doing expenses while working jobs that pays less than your Starbucks habits cost. But here is the contrarian truth most students never discover. The internet economy operates 24/7, and the highest paying opportunities happen when Americans are sleeping. What I'm about to show you goes against everything career counselors teach. Instead of competing with millions of students for the same minimum wage campus jobs, you will tap into job markets where companies are desperate for overnight workers and willing to pay premium rates. Not only will I review this specific overnight site hustle pay $15 to $46 per hour, but I also give you the exact platforms, application strategies, and insider secret that goes students hire within 48 hours. Plus, I show you how to start these opportunities to potentially earn more than most graduates make in their first jobs. What if I told you that your biggest weakness as a student, staying up all night, is actually your secret weapon for landing high-paying remote work? Let me tell you about Sarah, a sophomore at Ohio State who was working at Target for $12 per hour, barely making ends meet. She was scrolling TikTok at 2 a.m. when she stumbled across a job posting for Mosquade, a company that provides 24/7 customer support for major brands. Here is what blew her mind: while Americans sleep, customers in Asia, Europe, and Australia are wide awake and need help. Companies like Mosquade, Luhor, and AAA are desperately searching for reliable people to cover these overnight shifts. Sarah applied thinking she'd never hear back. Wrong. Within 24 hours, she had an interview. Within 48 hours, she was hired at $16 per hour, a 33% pay increase from Target. Companies preferred students for these roles because you are naturally night owls, tech-savvy, and available when traditional workers aren't. Sarah now works 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. all nights away, making $1,280 per month. The work is manageable that she does homework between customer chats. She's earning more money with better hours while building customer service skills that every employer values. Specific platform hiring now are Mosquade, LifeWall, the social element, and crisp thinking. But what if talking to customers makes you anxious? This next opportunity lets you work in complete silence while earning even more. Here is the contrarian truth: your addiction to social media can actually make you money up to $25 per hour. Meet Jay, a computer science major who felt guilty about spending hours on Discord and Reddit. His parents constantly nagged him about wasting time online. Then Jay discovered something that changed everything. Social media platforms and online community need moderators 24/7 to remove inappropriate content, spam, and enforce community guidelines. The demand is insane because platform operates globally. While Americans sleep, users in other time zones are creating content that needs immediate moderation. Jake found a position with a gaming platform working midnight to 4 a.m. at $22 per hour. His job: monitor chat rooms, remove toxic comments, ban troublemakers, and ensure community guidelines are followed. Essentially, he gets paid to be the internet police. Here is what's crazy: Jake makes more in 20 hours per week for $40 than most students make in 35 hours at minimum wage jobs. Plus, he's building skills in community management and digital safety that tech companies desperately need. In 6 months, Jake has earned over $4,800, enough to cover his entire spring semester tuition. He's also been promoted to senior moderator, now earning $25 per hour and training new hires. Specific platform hiring now are Crisp Thinking, Mosquade, Besedo, and 2 Hours Security. Hold on, Before I reveal the highest paying opportunities that is making students more than college students, let me show you the one application mistake that gets 90% of students instantly rejected from these positions. Most students write, I am a hard worker in the applications. Wrong move. Companies want to hear, I'm naturally active during your peak hours in Asia Pacific markets. See the difference once you understand the actual business need. Now, here is where students are making life-changing money. What if the organizational skills you use to job gig classes, assignments, and social life could earn you more than most college graduates makes in their first job? This is where things get serious. Meet Ima, a business major who was skeptical about virtual assistant work, thinking it was just fancy talk for security duties. She was completely wrong. Ima discovered that businesses with international clients need sophisticated support during US overnight hours. When it's 2 a.m. in New York, it's prime business hours in Sydney and Tokyo. These companies aren't looking for coffee fetchers. They need skilled professionals who can manage complex social media campaigns, handle client communications across time zones, conduct market research and data analysis, and coordinate international project timelines, and also someone who can create content and manage digital assets. Why everyone fights for $15 per hour campus job? Ima started at $25 per hour because she was feeling a desperate business need. Companies struggle to find reliable, skilled people willing to work overnight hours. Week 1, Ima earned $200 working 8 hours. By month 1, $1,000 working 10 hours per week, and by month 3, $1,800 working 50 hours per week at $30 per hour. By month 6, $2,400 working 20 hours per week. Some starts at $40 per hour. Ima realized she wasn't just making money, she was building a real business skill set. She learned more about marketing, project management, and international business in 6 more than in 2 years of classes. Ima now runs her own virtual assistant business, charging $46 per hour for specialized tasks. She's on track to graduate debt-free and already has job offers from clients who want to hire her full-time. Those specific platforms that are hiring now are Billy, Type etc, Fancy Hands, Workway 101, and Boldly. Alright, let's recap what we just covered because this information is worth thousands of dollars. You know 3 legitimate overnight side hustles. Customer support at $15 to $18 per hour, content moderation at $20 to $25 per hour, and virtual assistant work at $25 to $46 per hour. But here is the thing, knowing about this opportunity is only half the battle. The students making serious money have cracked the code on something most people never figure out. In my next video, I'm revealing the exact application templates and strategies that got students hired within 48 hours for these positions. I'm talking about the specific words to use in your applications, how to stand out when you have zero experience, and the insider secrets that hiring managers told me off the record. Here is why you need to watch that video immediately. These companies are hiring right now, but they're also getting flooded with applications from students who watch videos like this. The difference between getting hired and getting ignored comes down to knowing exactly how to position yourself. Click the video on screen now to learn these application secrets. But first, comment below and tell me which side hustles you are going to apply for first. And if this video helped you to see a new path to financial freedom, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because I'm dropping a video next week showing you how to scale these side hustles into a full business. Trust me, your future self will thank you for watching that next video. The application strategies I reveal have helped students go from broke to making more than their professors. Don't let this opportunity slip away, and you welcome.